Usually a sellout of over 14,000. Tonight may not be the case with students on the break for the holidays. So the tip is controlled by the Huskies. Chris Daugherty at the top of the arc. Daugherty, a transfer from Notre Dame.
And John, look for him to be able to operate there at the top. And we just saw he likes to distribute the basketball and share it. And he keeps balance to this Northeastern offense.
And Jared Turner hit the three. He's their top three-point shooter, one of the best three-point shooters in the Colonial Athletic Association. Reece Beekman, one of the best guards in the country, gets it back on the deflection. And the drive is off the mark. Here come the Huskies.
The Huskies will really look to run and push the basketball. Although this year they're looking to play a little bit more half-court basketball than what they have in the past.
That lineup led by Daugherty and Sakota. Sakota, number 9 in black. He's a Harvard transfer. Was a captain for the Crimson and Tommy Amaker last year. Steal by Beekman. No surprise there. That's one of the hallmarks of his game. The Virginia lineup with Beekman, Rhodey, McKneely, Dunn, and Groves. Basically, they play 5 guards. You could put Groves at forward, but
what they do is they really space the floor extremely well. As you see Beekman, and that's something he's really worked on with his game. He went to some NBA tryouts last year and stepping up and knocking down that mid-range jump shot and expanding his range.
Yeah, he's averaging 11.5 points per game. That's second on the team. Masai Troutman for 3, and he's got it. So Northeastern with 2 threes in the first 1 minute and 55 seconds. The Huskies averaging 9 per game.
Virginia likes to run action with the ball screen where you can either pick and pop or you can try to come off the ball screen, and then they have 3-man action on the weak side.
Northeastern offensively, what do they want to establish? Daugherty has the ball and he gets doubled on the baseline.
That's their offense. Get the ball to Daugherty, make other teams have to work to try to figure out how to stop him, and he does a great job of either scoring or distributing the basketball.
And an outstanding block by Dunn, who's averaging 2.5 blocks per game, our spotlight player, and he is a tenacious defender.
Well, he's a big-time athlete. He's got a high motor, and he plays it hard at both ends of the court.
Comes from an athletic family. His brother, Justin Dunn, is a pitcher in the major leagues, was a star pitcher at Boston College. The 3 by Sakota off the mark, and here comes Virginia. So the first 3 minutes, Perry, a feeling out process for the Cavs offense?
Well, yeah, I talked to Coach Bennett about if the team was playing the way that he wanted them to play. And one of the things he said, we know how we want to play. And this Virginia team has always had this identity. They're not going to play any faster than what they want to, but they do such a great job of executing.
Great pass by Daugherty on the baseline and the bump. But a good look by Daugherty, who found Pridgeon. As Groves is called for the foul, but Daugherty, this is what makes him a tough matchup.
Well, he does because he shares the basketball. Whenever you get a post guy that not only can score from the elbows but in the low post, but also can pass it, it makes it awful difficult to guard. And he's a veteran player. Like you said, he played at Notre Dame. He's got a lot of experience with him. He's a graduate student.
Joe Pridgeon at the line. 9 for 15 from the foul line. He's missed a few games due to an injury. Northeastern as a team shooting 75% for Bill Cohen from the foul line.
You know, Bill for years has run a lot of flex action as he came out of Al Skinner at Boston College, where they ran that a lot. And now he's opened up the floor a little bit more so he can get better spacing with this team.
Isaac McKneely, number 11 in white for Virginia, has been a red-hot shooter. 12 of 16 from threes in his last 2 games. second-ranked three-point shooter in the nation at 58%.
Well, McKneely is really a key for this Virginia team because they need him and Groves also to catch and shoot and knock down jump shot, which then opens up driving lanes for Beekman and makes them a lot more effective.
Huskies off to a good start. The putback by Doherty and a 6-point Northeastern lead. How much do you attribute the sluggish offensive start to the 11-day layoff for Virginia?
Well, I don't know if it's that or just this Virginia team is not a physical low-post defensive team, and Doherty's taking advantage of it right there by putting that body on people and scoring at the rim.
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. What a smooth handoff.
They're taking that to the house. Nice technique. And football snacks.
The perfect Saturday.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Can't sleep.
Just a lot on my mind.
I can't sleep either.
It only gets tougher with age.
Mom, what?
Well, knowing Progressive can protect your home, auto, and business should help you relax.
Good, because I could use a good night's sleep.
Me too. You know how early a chimney sweep gets up every day?
Wait, is this all a dream?
Why would Jamie be in my dream?
I am America's biggest spokesperson.
Debatable.
I said biggest.
Well, he's got you there.
You know, it never bothered me that Michigan didn't have a mascot. But after living in this house for so long, you start to feel a little different.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun. This is just gonna be the best.
Seeing these guys and the way they interact, I started to feel a little left out. It's like a special bond, player and mascot. A bond I didn't have. So I thought I'd give it a try. And that's when I learned why the Michigan Wolverines don't have a mascot.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
It is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, cash or card?
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro. Check it out, made with titanium.
We do have free movies with the purchase of headphones.
I'll just use my iPhone.
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Northeastern off to a nice start in Charlottesville with a 6-point lead. Bill Cohen has had a terrific run for the Huskies. And longevity, he said, that's what I attribute a lot of this to, and perseverance. That's what I attribute a lot of this to. He says he's learned a lot since he came from BC as a longtime assistant under Al Skinner, but with those 181 conference wins, Perry, second all-time in the Colonial Athletic Association.
Well, one of the things that Bill is not taking credit for, he can always recognize talent. I mean, they did a great job at BC. He's done a great job at Northeastern. And to have more wins than the great Jim Calhoun is something special.
Blake Buchanan in the ball game for Virginia. Here's a deep three off the mark for Andrew Rohde, who shoots 35% from distance. So the scoring drought is now 3-16 for the Cavs.
Yeah, it seems like right now Virginia's operating about a foot further out than what they normally like to operate. They like to send a lot of curls and ball screens and operate around the elbows and a little bit closer than what they've been operating. And on the other end, it looks like Northeastern is really doing a good job getting the ball in the paint area.
Weakness for Virginia has been rebounding, offensive rebounding. They're giving up 13 per game, and Northeastern already has 5.
Well, yeah, the really good Virginia teams, their post guys were a lot more physical than what folks realize or recognize, because they would put bodies on you and they would get guys open and they bang. This front line is not quite as physical in their development as the other Virginia teams have been, and that's why you're saying at times it's almost like they're playing with 4 guards out there because they are on the perimeter so much.
Beekman to McKneely. He'll take the 25-footer off the back iron, and the rebound for a moment by Dunn, but then punched away. Northeastern on the break. Pridgeon takes it. And it's a goaltend. So it's an 8-point Huskies lead. Joe Pridgeon credited with a basket.
Yeah. They have Buchanan in there. He's really a big, strong, physical guy. And that looked like it was Dunn that got his hand on that one. But, again, the physicality on that front line is something that has plagued Virginia so far in this early part of the season.
We'll take a look at that during the next break to make sure it was a goaltend violation. But here's Andrew Rohde, last year's freshman of the year in the Summit League. Good drive by Beekman. He gets the rebound for the putback. So that ends a scoring drought of over 4.5 minutes.
It's hard to get your defense set the way you want when you're not scoring the basketball. Because a lot of times, and so far this Northeastern team has been in a lot of transition, and again being able to attack the basket. You just don't see people attack the rim like that against this Virginia defense.
Now it's Masai Troutman, who has 5 points. So it looks like a part of their game plan. You mentioned it, Barry, is them attacking. And here's a steal by the Huskies, but taken back by Buchanan. An uneven start for 22nd ranked Virginia. Good pass, though, by Buchanan to a cutting McKneely. And we have contact and a foul.
Normally when Virginia gets in starts like this, they become even more determined and patient to get the ball where they want, which is normally in the paint area, or get your defense to have to change sides of the floor. And they don't normally attack or shoot the ball on the same side of the floor that they initiate from.
McKneely's rough start continues after the foul was on Rashad King of the Huskies, his first. Troutman. Good bounce pass and the reverse land. Boy, that was pretty ball movement by Northeastern.
It really was. Beekman got beat that time on a back cut, and you really don't ever see him get beat on a back cut because he's such a good defender.
Howard Woods, the beneficiary of the pass.
You see right there, Beekman kind of gets caught ball watching, and he gets beat on the back cut. Normally he's off and he's on the triangle so he can see ball and man, and all Tony can do is kind of blink at that because that's just not their normal defensive style. You know, I will tell you this, sometimes as a coach, you don't know what you're going to deal with coming out of exams. Guys have different approaches to it, and sometimes your team comes out and they're anxious to play and they're flying all over the place, and sometimes they come out a little mentally fatigued.
Beekman from the elbow. Virginia's made one of its last 9 shots. They're only shooting 18%. As a team, they shoot 46%. What a nice cut again by the Huskies. Man, they're finding the open man at will.
Yeah, Virginia's not doing a very good job collapsing to the ball right now. Normally you want to stay at the line of the ball. Wherever the ball is, all the defenders are at the line of the ball. So therefore, nobody can back cut you and get to the rim easily.
Buchanan, the jump hook, and gets the hometown roll.
This young man is going to be a factor for Virginia. He's physically strong. He can pass the basketball, but he also can finish right hand, left hand around the basket.
And the son of a coach. steal by Virginia. Good hands, and Elijah Gertrude, a freshman guard, finds Beekman on the cut. Buchanan rugged in the post and a foul. So Joe Pridgeon, one of the many Huskies shining in the early going as they're shooting 50%. He has 4 of their 16 points, and Northeastern's off to a good start in Charlottesville.
You know, it never bothered me that Michigan didn't have a mascot. But after living in this house for so long, you start to feel a little different.
Oh, this is going to be so fun. This is just going to be the best.
Seeing these guys and the way they interact, I started to feel a little left out. It's like a special bond, player and mascot. A bond I didn't have. So I thought I'd give it a try. And that's when I learned why the Michigan Wolverines don't have a mascot.
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. What a smooth handoff.
They're taking that to the house. Nice technique. And football snacks.
The perfect Saturday.
I think it's important to learn about what I wasn't taught. Thrivent has helped me teach my kids about financial stability and decision making.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wine, spirits, beers, all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Priced so amazingly low.
Love what you find. Always lowest prices at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're great for any occasion, but especially holidays. When you don't have enough time, when you need something quick, it's like unmatched. You take one bite, it's juicy, it's like a whoo! You're getting a little bit of savory in there, got the seasoning just right. I'm telling you, any holiday, that flavor is always popping.
Celebrate the Christmas season together with Chick-fil-A Catering and a new animated adventure on evergreenhills.com.
Northeastern's offense has been impressive, Perry Clark, in the early going.
Well, it has been because they've been able to attack the basket. There you see a back cut right there for a layup. There it's a rotation. They don't drop to the line of the ball. They get it. Northeastern's able to get another layup. Normally, the famous pack line defense means that the defense is at the line of the ball, so no one's able to get behind it. And so far, Northeastern has found a way to get behind Virginia's defense.
Foul before the break was on Metcalf with Buchanan at the line. Not a pretty attempt by Blake Buchanan. Those are ones you want to forget quickly.
Yeah, and as a coach, I mean, and this is what Coach Bennett does so well. He's always encouraging his guys, and he keeps it on a positive note, and they're able to respond and play the way that they practice and the way this Virginia program is developed to be able to play. You know, part of being a coach, John, is inspiring, and sometimes when you're a little flat and you're a little bit out of sync, you got to find a button to push that will get the guys to kind of line up and focus and lock in and play together.
And a turnover for Northeastern. You play Virginia, you have to expect many turnovers.
Yeah, because they
is their
don't give you
TO
anything
margin.
easy. They don't
Exactly.
give you, yeah. But today, Northeastern has found a way to get some easy baskets, which has been surprising.
Step back was a beauty. Buried by Bond, so he's off the schneid. Leon Bond averaging 7 points, shooting 57%. And that's a balanced offense. They're not explosive offensively, 68 points per game, 46% from the field, 39% on threes, but they are balanced.
Yeah, they are, and Bond does a great job with his athleticism, and he helps them on the glass. He and Dunn give them two really good athletic guys to play on the wings.
McKneely still scoreless for the Cavs, averaging 13 points. That's first on the club. Screen by Buchanan. Good take. And that layup by Gertrude's off the line. Here comes Northeastern. Doherty hands it off to Troutman, who has 5. Good defense by Virginia. And how about Joe Pridgeon? He looks skilled. He's coming back from an injury, but man, no worse for the wear.
I think that was a big-time move by Pridgeon. But what's more impressive is Northeastern not settling, because Virginia made a couple really good checks on drive, but Northeastern stayed patient and got the shot that they wanted.
That was off the line again for the Cavs, and a quick three by the Huskies, way off the mark. Too quick for your liking, Perry?
Especially in Charlottesville. I think you got to come down. I think you have to get high-quality shots, because that's the type of shots Virginia's going to get. They just happen to miss that one. I think that was Bond that missed that one, but those are the type of shots Virginia normally works hard to get. So you have to match that with high-quality shots. Virginia doing a better job now keeping the ball out of the paint.
Troutman, top of the arc, missed on the three. Northeastern's not shy. They're 2 for 9 from three-point range. Virginia's 0 for 3. McKneely with his first 2 points of the ball game.
They really need to get that young man going. He's got really big-time range, and when he's knocking down jump shots like that, it just opens up so many other scoring opportunities for this Virginia team.
And his shooting numbers are staggering. I mentioned earlier at 58% from 3. It's second in the nation behind Reed Shepherd of Kentucky. And here's a steal by the Cavs. Gertrude had a nice night against NC Central with a career-high 13. Doherty the rebound for the Huskies.
A lot of times Virginia's able to get easy looks in their transition, because they like to have the bigs come up and set like a drag screen on the ball handler so he can get downhill.
Isaac McKneely, as Perry mentioned, they're going to need him to score in volumes, and he has his first 2 of the game. A 7-point lead for the Huskies of Northeastern.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Can't sleep.
Just a lot on my mind.
I can't sleep either.
It only gets tougher with age.
Mom, what?
Well, knowing Progressive can protect your home, auto, and business should help you relax.
Good, because I could use a good night's sleep.
Me too. You know how early a chimney sweep gets up every day?
Wait, is this all a dream?
Why would Jamie be in my dream?
I am America's biggest spokesperson.
Debatable.
I said biggest.
Well, he's got you there.
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. What a smooth handoff.
They're taking that to the house. Nice technique. and football snacks.
The perfect Saturday.
Chili's baby back ribs. Chili's baby back ribs. Chili's baby back ribs. Chili's baby back ribs.
Well, I know what you guys are having. Baby back ribs.
I want the steak fajitas.
I want my baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce.
Get the gift you want this holiday from Metro. Like a new iPhone 12 with 5G for $99.99 and no activation fees when you switch. You'll get a dual camera system to capture holiday memories and blazing fast 5G for downloading videos and games. Metro's got the lowest price in prepaid and nada yada yada, which means no contracts, no credit checks, and no surprises. Get holidays without the gotcha. Only at Metro.
Virginia trying to chip away down by 7, but they've had a terrific start. 8-1, their low loss against Wisconsin in Fort Myers, but Perry won AP top 25 win on November 29th against Texas A&M.
Yeah, and they also had a really good win against Florida. This Virginia team has stepped up and played some folks. And again, you know, coming off of the exams and all, it just looks like defensively they're a little bit out of sync. And I think that will come as they start to get a little bit more continuity. And one of the things about Coach is he knows what he wants from his team. And so he can identify when things aren't working right. He knows exactly what buttons to push to fix it. And they get a layup.
Perfect pass by Beekman to a cutting Jake Rose, the Oklahoma transfer. That's Virginia basketball, isn't it?
Without question. And, you know, Coach Bennett has been running this system so long. That's one of the things with continuity and knowing your system. When it's not working, you know what to do to fix it. And it's not a matter of a fishing expedition. You know exactly what buttons to push.
9-2 run for the Cavs. Groves cannot hit, but he'll go to the line. Jake Rose has been a nomad. 2 years at Eastern Washington, 2 years at Oklahoma. He took a long drive to Charlottesville this summer, and he's loving life with the Virginia Cavaliers.
With passes like that, it's not coincidences that coming out of the timeout, the last 2 passes have been the post guys rolling in the paint. And Virginia's really looking now to attack that paint instead of settling for threes.
Good Friday night men's basketball doubleheader coming your way beginning at 6. P.J. Hall, number 13, Clemson, hosting Queens University. Then Marcus Burton and Notre Dame host the Marist Red Foxes. Should be a terrific evening of hoops right here on ACCN and the ESPN app. Clemson, its first loss of the season earlier today against Memphis, who, oh, by the way, will play against Virginia on Tuesday night.
I just think it's great these teams are playing such high-caliber games early in the season. I just think it gets you better prepared for conference play. It gives you more coaching points, and it gets your guys ready for that long stretch, which is January and February in college basketball.
Huskies are cold. 3-minute scoring drought for them.
Well, they haven't been able to get any back cuts. Virginia's taken away a lot of the back cuts by staying on the line of the ball and not extending so much.
Number 2 in black is Glenn McClintock. He's coming off an upper body injury. A guard for the Huskies, and they expect to stabilize their bench. And another turnover for Northeastern. They are piling up. 9 turnovers for the Huskies.
Whenever you don't allow the ball to get into the paint, defensively, you wind up being able to be pretty successful.
Drive by Beekman and the blow-by Reece Beekman, the Wooden Award candidate.
He is so quick with the basketball. He's a lot quicker than what people think offensively and a lot more athletic.
How about the quick hands by Gertrude? So Virginia seizing momentum after the 4-minute scoring drought and 7 turnovers in the last 6.5 minutes by Northeastern. Virginia is starting to play classic Cavaliers basketball.
Well, Dunn and Bond are two guys that athletically step up, and I think they changed the type of team Virginia really is because of their athleticism and their ability to finish. And Elijah Gertrude also gives some quickness and athleticism.
Here's this week's featured women's college basketball matchup on ACCN and the ESPN app. Tomorrow, number 14, Notre Dame. They've won 7 straight. They square off against Purdue at the Joyce Center. Our coverage begins at noon Eastern. Don't miss a moment of outstanding women's basketball on ACCN. After the foul was on Pridgeon, Gertrude cannot give Virginia the lead. Would have been its first lead of the game.
You see the defensively, Virginia's picked up with the intensity. Northeastern is initiating their offense a lot further out than when they did in the first 3-4 minutes of the game.
How about the rebounding edge, Perry? Plus 12 for Northeastern. Pridgeon blanketed it on the Blaze baseline.
Yeah, that's something definitely Virginia's going to have to really work on and straighten up. But again, you see Virginia aggressively going to the basket. And again, when you go with certain lineups with Dunn and Gertrude, those guys really attack the basket. It gives this Virginia team a different look. I thought earlier in the game they were much too perimeter oriented, and now they're just putting their heads down and they're getting the ball in the paint.
There's your first lead of the game for the Cavs. The lay-in by Gertrude in the three-point play after the foul was on Masai Troutman, his first. A 16-2 Virginia run. They were tentative on both ends of the floor, Perry, and maybe that was an attribute coming off the extended exam break.
And sometimes guys come out and they think that they can win easy, and they want to do the easy stuff to help them win. And obviously that didn't work early for Virginia. Now they're getting into their grind where they're defending, they're keeping the ball out of the paint, they're offensively, they're attacking the basket, they're getting to the foul line, and they're going to have to work for this win.
The jumper stemming the tide for the Huskies. Good shot there by Lucas Sakota, the Harvard transfer. He's putting up 12 points per game, second on the team behind Chris Doherty. Take by Groves, but an offensive foul. Good defense by Northeastern. As we will take a quick timeout, and a good one brewing in Charlottesville between the Huskies and the Cavs.
Arby's Big Cheesy Bacon Burger is called Arby's Big Cheesy Bacon Burger. Because it's true. Arby's, we have the meat.
Order now on DoorDash.
Hey guys, check this out. Hey Big Al. No hands.
Watch this. No hands or trunk.
You're kidding.
There is a lot of information out there. The truth? Hamas is a terrorist group. Hamas oppresses the people of Gaza, uses civilians as human shields, and steals their basic supplies to use them in a war of terror. Even when given the chance at peace, Hamas broke the truce. Our community needs to stand against Hamas and stand with Palestinians and Israelis for basic human rights. Focus on the truth. Free Palestine of Hamas.
After surviving breast cancer, I felt this calling to help other women heal. I thought, why not build a respite house? I wasn't sure it was going to work financially speaking for my family, but with the guidance of Thrivent, I really felt like we were going to figure it out. Taking the leap to start my nonprofit has been the most rewarding thing I've done in my life.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
It is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, cash or card?
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro. Check it out, made with titanium.
We do have free movies with the purchase of headphones.
I'll just use my iPhone.
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. What a smooth handoff.
They're taking that to the house. Nice technique. And football snaps.
The perfect Saturday.
There's a reason why Virginia's Reece Beekman was a preseason All-ACC selection. Perry Clark.
Well, I tell you what, his ability to share the basketball, create for other people, and when his time comes and he needs to finish, he's got the ability to finish. You know, he's surrounded by some really good shooters. He recognizes and keeps them involved, but this guy is really special, and his ability to lead offensively and defensively is really, really important. And I just can't help to think that it looked like Virginia coming out in this game thought they wanted to win and thought they could win easy without doing the tough stuff. And Coach Bennett pulled them together and said, you know, we've got to play Virginia basketball, which is defend, which is move the basketball, attack the basket, and they started to do that, and they put themselves in a much better position.
And Virginia's forced Northeastern to be flustered on the offensive end. The Huskies 5 turnovers in the last 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Only 2 field goals in the last 8 minutes. Here's Turner, though, helping the cause, his second triple of the night. Turner can heat up in a hurry for Northeastern.
Well, he can, and again, I think this Northeastern team really does a good job of spacing the floor, and they've got some guys that can shoot the basketball. But again, getting the ball in the paint. If you want success, keep the ball out of the paint and offensively get the ball in the paint. It seems like it's just so simple, but it's not quite that easy.
That foul was on Turner, who voiced his opposition to no avail, with Blake Buchanan at the line.
This young man is going to be really important to Virginia Buchanan as the season gets on because, you know, he's got the physical makeup to give him some size on the glass. He's versatile enough where he can step away from the basket and score.
ACC PM with Mark Packer and Taylor Tannenbaum weekdays from Mark's Charlotte studio in his basement at 4 Eastern. We'll continue talking college football and have the latest from around the conference right here on ACCN and the ESPN app. We're going to take a trip inside your basement sometime, Perry Clark. What do you think?
Well, I don't have a basement, but Mark Packer, he does a tremendous job. He's really a knowledgeable basketball guy as well as all sports, but that's a very funny show a lot of times when he's in there. He used to have his dog and everything. Yeah. It was very interesting, but he comes from a great family.
Yes, he does. And that is an entertaining show each weekday, but Reece Beekman trying to be entertaining for Virginia, finding Isaac McKneely.
Too much dribbling. Yeah, too much dribbling. Virginia's known for moving the ball on the pass, and that's just a little too much dribbling for the way they normally play. And give Northeastern credit. I mean, they've not shied away. You know, they got off to a fast start now. One of the things they're doing really well is transitioning. Their transition offense has been really good today.
That foul was on Rhodey after the N1 opportunity for Harold Woods. Woods had a career-high 21 points for the Huskies against Princeton, on November 25th.
Yeah, you talk about Rhodey. Rhodey's one of those guys, I think, that, again, is once he get in the league play, is going to be really important for this Virginia team. He's very crafty. He's a good shooter. He's a good basketball player and can create a lot of separation offensively the way Virginia likes to run their offense.
Another misfire. The rebound to Doherty. Second meeting between these two schools. The last one in 1989, won by Virginia. Good dribble by Doherty and a crafty lay-in by Doherty, and Northeastern lead to 7.
Well, I think, a lot of times Virginia will double the post, but where Doherty's getting the ball from is not a normal double situation as Beekman goes in there and scores.
Do you want to see more of that from Beekman, the blow-bys?
Oh, without question. And I think that he's capable of doing that, and that's the Virginia offense right there. But I think more important defensively, this Virginia team needs to tighten up and take away some of these opportunities that Northeastern is getting.
Chris Doherty with 4 points. Swings it corner. And the 3 goes.
See, right now,
goodness, Northeastern, Joe Pridgeon is feeling it. He has 9 points, and we will take a 30-second timeout. 8-point Northeastern lead on ACC Network.
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. What a smooth handoff.
They're taking that to the house. Nice technique. And football snacks.
The perfect Saturday.
So Chris Doherty has led Northeastern to an offensive renaissance in the first half, Perry.
I tell you what, he has made life awful tough for Virginia, because if you don't double him, he's been able to score at the rim. And when you go to double him, he's been able to find open guys and get them open looks. And, what you don't want to do is that one guy be able to dominate the game. And right now, Doherty has dominated the game offensively for Northeastern.
Rebounding numbers, 21 for Northeastern, 11 for Virginia. That's the one area of weakness. You want to pinpoint something against Virginia. It's rebounding, minus 2.4 rebounding against the opposition. Beekman the fadeaway, and he's got it. He's in double figures with 10. So Reece Beekman has been a bright light. They're shooting 38% for the half.
Yeah, the biggest difference in this game, the way Virginia normally plays, is defensively. I mean, it is not the point total Northeastern has, but it's how and where they're getting their shots from.
Call timeout, and we will take another break. Bill Cohen takes a timeout. Northeastern up by 6.
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. What a smooth handoff.
They're taking that to the house. Nice technique. And football snacks.
The perfect Saturday.
With Perry Clark, I'm John Mita Perrell. Fewest points Northeastern has allowed in a half this year. They're 4-6, 24 points right now for the Cavs. Before that was against Old Dominion, who had 35, Perry. So a stifling defense for the Huskies.
Well, yes, and a lot of it has to do, I think, with the fact that Virginia has not gotten the same amount of quality shots that they normally wind up getting in the first half.
Inbounding to Sakota with a shot clock off and a reach in by Beekman.
Sakota's pretty clever with that basketball and protected it well that time. Beekman's going to continue to put pressure on.
Non-shooting foul. Sakota will inbound on the sideline. Finds Doherty. And the air ball in the 3 attempts. Not what they were looking for, but a terrific half for Northeastern. A surprise as Tony Bennett's Cavs have some work to do. Trailing at the half of the first area or what?
We jinxed him a little bit, but I'm sure he'll come out for a better second half.
We're going to start to call it the Perry Clark jinx. As Virginia starts with a different look after the first half break with Blake Buchanan in the lineup. He did not start the game, number 0 in white. So they go a little bit bigger for Tony Bennett. There's Buchanan, the freshman.
Yeah, he's got to play for him. I mean, he does so many things, and the tapes that I saw, I thought he was very, very effective in what he did. And I think you're seeing Virginia now a little bit more patience offensively to try to get the shot that they want. It's hard, though, John, when you don't have a dominant low post player to get the defense to collapse the way that you want them to, so that you can get wide open three-point shots.
The cut by Chris Doherty, the Notre Dame transfer, lays it in. Doherty has 6. A high basketball IQ. Tony Bennett says he was really impressed watching his tape. A spin move by Beekman, who gets in the lane, but it's Northeastern ball.
Yeah, again, you see the back cut right there, and Doherty is able to lay the ball in. Again, normally, against Virginia, there's at least 1 or 2 guys in the paint to deter you from getting a shot in the paint. We haven't seen that as much today as we normally do.
Three-pointer is good. The Huskies lead is up to 11 points.
Yeah, right now this Virginia defense is on roller skates. I mean, when they extend, they get back cut. When they don't go out and pressure the ball, they knock down threes. And I just think they have to kind of settle in and guarding the basketball one-on-one and then putting guys in the paint to make sure that they don't get back cut. But they got to do a better job on the ball.
And a foul, the first of the half against Northeastern. But Lucas Sakota, good range for Sakota, and they expected him to contribute, and he has this year, averaging 11 points.
Yeah, I mean, the scouting report on him, you can't really go underneath screens on him because he's a pretty good shooter. But again, once you get back cut a couple times, you have a tendency to go underneath the screens.
McKneely had a rough first half, and he misses the bunny. Here comes the Huskies. Joe Pridgeon, 9 points and 7 rebounds in the first half. The baseline drive is good from Asai Troutman, largest lead of the game for Northeastern, and a timeout, Virginia. Boy, the Huskies are energized.
Without question, I've never seen a team attack the basket this way against Virginia with this sort of consistency as you see right there.
Time is running out for limited time savings on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Because when the holidays end, so do these deals. Plus, the season's best savings also come with America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in. Don't let these deals get away. Lease the 2024 Hyundai Palisade for only $299 a month or get 3.49% APR for up to 48 months. See your hometown Hyundai dealer.
Patrick, Jake from State Farm, explain this bundling thing again.
All right, Coach Reed. Let's say these fries are your car, right? And
And this burger is your home.
Okay.
It can be more affordable if you bundle them together.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Explain it again with those nuggies.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
You'll never guess what we're doing to the Baconator. We're putting it...
pretzel bun on the Baconator. Catherine, you seeing this?
Posters everywhere.
What?
The Baconator you love with a new pretzel twist. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new Pretzel Baconator.
Make the most stressful time of year the most wonderful time of year with joy-filled cards, festive invites, and more. Share more happy for the holidays.
Northeastern is shooting 53% against the second-ranked defense in the country.
And there you see a roll that time, uncontested layup. There you see Troutman driving to the basket again, not being contested. This is just not the Virginia defense that we're used to seeing. But right now, Northeastern has this Virginia team on roller skates defensively.
Is it something that Virginia has to do defensively that they haven't done in their first 9 games? What's been the key for them in their first 9 as Beekman rolls to the rack and picks up a foul?
Well, I think for tonight, I think putting better ball pressure and containing the ball and having the help side in the paint so you don't give up layups or uncontested shots at the rim. I think they have to challenge Northeastern more at the rim by not having guys extended. Right now, it looks like for whatever reason, they're extending their defense, which is creating back cuts and driving lanes,
we got a great
which is
Friday
not what
night.
you normally see.
No question. We have a great Friday night men's basketball doubleheader beginning at 6 Eastern. P.J. Hall and number 3 Clemson hosting Queens University. Then Marcus Burton and Notre Dame host Marist. Should be a terrific evening of hoops right here on ACCN and the ESPN app. So 1 out of 2 at the line for Beekman, who leads Virginia with 11 points. But the steady hand of the Huskies, coming off a 2-point loss to Vermont before their 11-day exam break. Here's Chris Doherty. And he's called for a foul, much to his chagrin.
Yeah, I tell you what, he really worked at that time. And I'm surprised that normally Virginia, if the ball gets in that low post area, they will double it. They call it 10-ing it, but they're not doing it with him, and they may have to do that a little bit. But his ability to pass the basketball has made it difficult.
The 11th turnover for Northeastern. Nice pass by Rhodey and the lay-in by Bond. Second bucket of the night for Bond. Good look by Rhodey.
Yeah, Bond and Dunn, I keep repeating, need to be more assertive in the paint area. And Rhodey and McKneely have to step up and start making some plays on the perimeter for this Virginia team. We're either shooting the ball or passing the ball. They have to step up.
Now the Huskies seem a little bit flustered on the offensive end after another turnover.
Well, all those easy cuts, when they're not there, then all of a sudden Northeastern has to run some semblance of offense, and that's when they begin to get a little flustered.
Rhodey to Beekman. Guarded by Woods, and he blows by him for the dunk. What an athletic move by Reece Beekman.
That's that athleticism that I think a lot of people don't realize that Reece Beekman has. He's got a second gear there that is very, very explosive.
Beekman leads all scorers with 13. He's averaging 11 and a half. Chris Doherty to take against Jake Groves. And out of bounds. So Reece Beekman trying to bring Virginia back as they're getting stunned at home. But Beekman says, you know what? Take that, Huskies defense. They trail by 8.
Patrick, Jake from State Farm, explain this bundling thing again.
All right, Coach Reed. Let's say these fries are your car, right?
And this burger is your home.
Okay.
It can be more affordable if you bundle them together.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Explain it again with those nuggies.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Time is running out for limited time savings on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Because when the holidays end, so do these deals. Plus, the season's best savings also come with America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in. Don't let these deals get away. Get 0% APR for 60 months or up to $2,500 bonus cash on the Tucson or lease for only $259 a month. See your hometown Hyundai dealer.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Okay, Marco.
Hello.
Marco. Ronan, Marco. Marco.
There's something bad in the water. And it's after all of us.
Marco.
Night Swim, January 5th, rated PG-13.
Things will go wrong for your customers, but your business can make it right with Watson X Assistant. AI that can help resolve problems by understanding your customer requests with 90% accuracy. Let's create customer service in service of customers with Watson X Assistant. IBM, let's create.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly grill your hot subs right in front of you. You can't get that smell anywhere else unless you have one of these. Don't mind me. Take the sizzle to go. Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hurry, the holidays are here. Wrap up your shopping with up to 60% off last-minute gifts. Only limited quantities are available. Shop now at Zale.
Northeastern gunning for its first win against a top 15 opponent since 2015, and their assistant coaches Brian McDonald, Manny Adako, and Joel Smith. Only Division I school with 3 former players as full-time assistants. They all played for Bill Cohen. How about that, Perry?
Well, one of the things is they know the coaching staff, they know the program, and a lot of times for assistants, they can better explain what the head coach wants once you've been through it.
Jim Boeheim had that last year at Syracuse.
Coach Boeheim has had so many tremendous assistants come through his program.
The 3 by Turner is off the mark. Here comes Beekman. What does Virginia have to do to get back into this one further?
I'm surprised that off of transition they haven't run more drag screens to try to get Beekman downhill and to be able to get some quick scores. But I think what they're doing right there is attacking and getting the ball in the paint. They still have a lot of time left. They don't have to do anything out of character. They just have to do what they do better, and they got to protect the rim.
7-0 run for Virginia, a scoring drought of over 2.5 minutes for the Huskies. Harold Woods rims out the 3, and the rebound to Reece Beekman. Northeastern led by as many as 13. They're up 6 at the half. Jake Groves, the Oklahoma transfer. And Doherty grabs the loose ball.
That shot right there has been a staple for Virginia in their transition for a long time. Getting the big to come and set that screen and then popping and getting a good look.
Foul on Virginia, but how about this Bond dunk? He has 6 points and a good pass again by Rhodey.
Again, that's what you need for Bond to come in and affect the game with his athleticism. But you also need Rhodey as a good pass. He's got to step up. He's played 21 minutes and has 2 points, and he's a much better scorer than that.
So a 3 by Turner. He has 3 3-pointers in 5 attempts. And a counter by Virginia as they swap buckets. Sakota to Doherty.
They like to go to Doherty right here on this isolation. I think that's the perfect time to double him and make him give the ball up.
Good hustle by McKneely, another guy that Virginia needs to increase his scoring output. He has just 2 points in 23 minutes on 1 field goal and 7 shots in a Northeastern substitution. As Rashad King checks in for the Huskies, but McKneely red hot his last 2 games, 12 for 16 from 3, but just 2 tonight. And Virginia has not made a 3. They're 0 for 5 from 3-point range.
And shooting the 3 has been so much a part of this Virginia team and program. And they need that because when the guys are knocking down the 3, it opens up the defense for driving lanes.
Rhodey takes the 3, the rebound for Doherty. Too quick for your liking, Perry?
No, because it came off the floor of the offense. And, you know, you can't be gun shy. I mean, you have to do what you do, and you just got to do it with confidence and aggressiveness.
Doherty guarded by Groves. King on the baseline. Trying to force the pass out of bounds.
That's the Virginia defense that most coaches come to know. I mean, you know, if you drive the baseline, they just shut everything down, and there's no place to throw the basketball, and they just kind of smother you there.
It's the vaunted pack line defense. 3, no good for Pridgeon, who's red hot in the first half with 9 points. Now, you scouted Virginia when you were an assistant at South Carolina. What did you learn?
That you have to get high-quality shots. You got to move the basketball because they do a great job of protecting the basket. And you got to try to score some easy stuff out of transition. They're really good at what they do defensively.
And that man is really good at all areas of the game. Reece Beekman, a one-man stabilizer for Virginia.
Now, you're not going to believe this, but he was not heavily recruited. You know, and he's from Milwaukee, although he played basketball in Baton Rouge. And the relationship with Tony Bennett and his history had played a lot in him coming to Virginia.
17 for Beekman to lead all scorers on 8 field goals and 13 attempts. The rest of the team, not so good.
He's always been a leader. I mean, he's always been around winning and championship performances.
And we will take a media timeout. Northeastern with a 5-point lead over number 22, Virginia.
Time is running out for limited time savings on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Because when the holidays end, so do these deals. Plus, the season's best savings also come with America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in. Don't let these deals get away. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or get up to $3,500 bonus cash on the Santa Fe. See your hometown Hyundai dealer.
Your price can be more affordable if you bundle your home and auto.
Kind of like a combo meal.
What about those nuggies?
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
When we were fixing up the pool, they said it hadn't been used in 15 years.
Maybe they weren't pool people.
My kids have seen things. There's something in the water. And it's after all of us.
Night Swim, January 5th, rated PG-13.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're great for any occasion, but especially holidays. When you don't have enough time, when you need something quick, it's like unmatched. You take one bite, it's juicy, it's like a whoo. You're getting a little bit of savory in there. Got the seasoning just right. I'm telling you, any holiday, that flavor is always popping.
Celebrate the Christmas season together with Chick-fil-A Catering and a new animated adventure on evergreenhills.com.
Before you use AI to transform business, accelerate growth, predict trends, you need to begin with trust. Introducing Watson X Governance, helping you govern any AI as data, models, and policies change so you can scale it responsibly.
Here we go.
Let's create AI that begins with trust with Watson X Governance. IBM, let's create.
This holiday, when you give love, you can't go wrong. With Zales jewelry that's made to love and made to last. Love real. Zales.
With Perry Clark, I'm John Mita Perrell, and some losses by ACC squads last week. Miami stunned against Colorado. Then there was the Louisville loss to Arkansas State today. Georgetown and Ed Cooley edged Notre Dame by 4, and Clemson loses its first to Memphis. And oh, by the way, North Carolina is trailing Kentucky at the 15-minute mark, 55-43.
Those games are so important because when it comes down to the NCAA tournament, having people in your league with good non-conference wins, it kind of helps everybody, especially when you get into February. But you got to do well in the non-conference to try to put that in your belt.
Smothering defense by Northeastern, but out of bounds. Good read by Joe Pridgeon on the baseline, Perry.
Yeah, and again, I think that this Northeastern team defensively has come in and has come up with a way to play Virginia that is not allowing them to get some of the clean looks that they normally get.
Beekman and the floater by Groves, who's been quiet, but he converts. He has 6 points. Groves averaging 7.8.
And that's one of those short rolls that Virginia likes to do when they come off their post guys to get good looks in the foul line area. And Groves is one of those guys that can do it. Again, we talked about Dunn at the beginning of the game, his ability to do that. And that's been the missing piece for Virginia, getting those short rolls from their bigs and getting some of the flare action and the drag screen action for some of their perimeter guys.
He was just whistled for a foul. That's the third on Groves. As you look at Elijah Gertrude, the freshman guard, Groves to the bench for Tony Bennett. A 13-3 Virginia run. A game of runs. Northeastern had a 16-4 run. Then UVA ripped off a 16-2. Then Northeastern a 12-4. Now we're at 13-3 in favor of the Cavs. Chris Daugherty facing up Blake Buchanan. Backdoor. And the layup is good by Troutman.
See, but that just doesn't normally happen where a guy loses his man, and that's been happening to Virginia a couple of times. Gertrude lost his guy that time on the back cut. You've got to be able to see both man and ball and play below your man so he cannot back cut you.
Virginia still does not have a three-pointer. They're 0 for 7 after that miss. Pridgeon cut off by Buchanan, now doubled. And it forced a turnover. Beekman's got it. Deep three. Mr. 3. McKneely misses. Pridgeon the rebound. Anything you see from McKneely, the reason why he's off?
Getting his feet set. That time he rushed it. I didn't think his feet were really set where he could get underneath the ball. He shot it a little flat, but just a lot of times it's just shot preparation. You have to concentrate, I think, a little bit more when you're a shooter, especially when you're behind, to shoot off the action that you practice. And what they practice with McKneely is him coming off of pin downs or fades, screens, and getting looks that way.
Fouls on Pridgeon, his third. Nifty ball handling by Elijah Gertrude, who they're high on. He should have quite an impact in his career in Charlottesville as Chris Daugherty heads to the bench and is replaced by Johnson. First run of the night for Johnson. McKneely and the block by Pridgeon. Troutman taking it to the hoop. And a foul. So the defense triggers the offense for Northeastern.
Yes, and again, McKneely's having a tough time of getting some separation, and that's the kind of the footwork and utilizing the screens.
Gertrude with a foul is first. Beekman gets a breather for the Cavs. With Bond back in. 3 by Turner, no. And here comes Elijah Gertrude. Virginia has not led since it was 20-18. That was back in the early stages of the ball game. First half mark at 4:32. Here's a 3 by McKneely. He's got it. First 3 of the game for the Cavs after 8 misses. Isaac McKneely, who's second in the nation in three-point shooting.
And that time he got it in rhythm. He came off the pin down, and that's where he normally gets his shots from. Whenever you're struggling, you want to go back to the shots that you practice and you normally are used to getting.
Troutman, outstanding pass, and they convert. Johnson with his first 2 off the bench, but Troutman's played very well.
Well, he has, and I think the fact that they've been able, he's taken advantage of back cutting. He's taken advantage of being able to dribble drive, and he's got some really good looks that normally you don't get against this Virginia defense.
Gertrude foul line extended, and he'll go to the line. Troutman called for the foul, but Virginia finally off the schneid from distance.
Yeah, you see the spacing McKneely was able to get that time. He got the defensive guy on his back. He was able to rub him off the screen, and he got space. Shooters want space.
Tonight at 10 Eastern, after our men's basketball quadruple header, the Nothing But Net crew will break down the day in the ACC with highlights and analysis of every game and a look ahead at the best matchups on the schedule in the coming week. That's coverage you can only find in one place, here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app.
And they got the old coach there, Coach Boeheim there. You talk about a coach's coach, that's Jim Boeheim. He makes life look so easy. They play 2-3 zone. He wins 20 games. He goes to the tournament, and he's a scratch golfer. He just has life made. I know he's enjoying being in the studio.
Are you sure he's a scratch? Impressive if he is.
Yeah. And
that's a miss by
as much as he plays.
Yeah, maybe now, especially in pseudo-retirement for Jim Boeheim, but that's a shot that Lucas Sakota probably shouldn't take, Perry?
No, especially with the quality of shots that they've been getting. I think right now, as we start, patience for Northeastern, I think, is extremely important.
Rhodey. And the rebound for Doherty. Should Rhodey rethink that one?
Well, I can't sit here. You can't coach every play, but I just think that offensively, Virginia needs a little bit more movement, and getting the ball from one side of the floor to the other is when they're most effective. I think they're shooting it a little quick for the way that they like to play.
Time is running out for limited time savings on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Because when the holidays end, so do these deals. Plus, the season's best savings also come with America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in. Don't let these deals get away. Get 0% APR for 60 months or up to $2,500 bonus cash on the Tucson or lease for only $259 a month. See your hometown Hyundai dealer.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
In 20 years, when you look at the beautiful life you've built for your family, you'll realize it started with the choices you made today. The time is now to act on your love. Connect with an agent who can help you reach your financial goals.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly grill your hot subs right in front of you. You can't get that smell anywhere else unless you have one of these. Don't mind me. Take the sizzle to go.
Okay.
Whoops. I'll pay for those.
Here you go, Danny.
Time to get these smells home. Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above. That's good sizzle.
This Christmas Day,
High time me and you was introduced.
the motion picture event of the holiday season arrives.
I thought I'd invite a few folks.
It's time, see the world. Drinks on the house.
The Color Purple, rated PG-13, only in theaters Christmas Day.
Sliding strong, wow. Turn around and stick it up, wow, wow. Fine specimen, wow. Drop it down now, pick it up, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Drop it down now, pick it up, wow, wow.
Always an energetic crowd at JPJ, and always a tough place to play for non-conference opponents. A staggering 96-10 home record under Tony Bennett, and those 10 non-conference losses says a lot about where this program is. Perry Clark, and they're 6-0 this year against non-conference opponents, but Northeastern, pound for pound, punch for punch, has given them quite a ball game.
Well, they have. You know, we used to always say buildings don't beat you, players do. And they've had some pretty good players play in this building now. And they've been able to take advantage of that and made this a very difficult place for anybody to come in and try to steal a game.
Lucas Escoda guarded by Beekman to Chris Daugherty. Shot clock down to 3. Hoisting one is Turner, and McKneely engulfs the board. So they were flustered on their offensive possession, and haven't seen that often from the Huskies.
And that's strange because that's the way Virginia normally plays, and for whatever reason, they've wound up extending a little bit more than what they normally do and been back cut and taken advantage of.
Isaac McKneely, the deep 3, is second in the last 4 minutes, and Virginia has grabbed the lead just the second time they've led since leading 20-18 in the first half.
But, John, that's the action that I was talking about. I mean, when it's not going well, go back to your action that normally gets you the looks that you want and gets you the shots that you want. And, again, that's what Coach wound up doing that time on that offensive possession.
Why not go to the second-best three-point shooter in the nation, Isaac McKneely? Woods forcing a shot. Another good defensive possession by the Cavaliers.
This is a very important time for Northeastern right now because of the fact this Virginia team knows how. They've got a killer instinct. They've been real successful. They know what they're looking for.
Beekman eyes the deep 3. Scoring drought approaching 3 minutes for the Huskies. Has it been a change-up on the defensive end for Virginia as Daugherty tries to shovel the pass and the turnover's forced? Beekman's got it.
Well, there you see Virginia in transition, but they're going underneath the screens and they're not giving back cuts up, which is taking away a lot of the success Northeastern had earlier. And they're not letting dribble drive. They're coming over and helping in the lane.
An explosive dunk for Ryan Dunn. Those are his first points of the night in 23 minutes as the defense triggers the offense as we keep it here after a timeout. But Beekman, marvelous on the break.
Yeah, and that's what Dunn does. I mean, again, integrating this young man with his talent and his athleticism on the offensive end is really important for the success of Virginia this year.
Dunn is ranked 18th in the latest ESPN mock draft. In the first round, they have New York taking Ryan Dunn. We know it's early. Ranked as high as 10 on some other drafts. So Ryan Dunn clearly has turned some heads in NBA scouting circles.
Well, without question. I mean, one thing he does, I mean, he runs the floor extremely well. He can finish, but he also can put the ball on the floor and go get his own shot. He has not had the opportunity so far today to really go get his own shot as much as he normally does. But right now he needs to step up, especially on the defensive end.
Virginia riding a 23-7 run since the largest lead of the Huskies, which was 13 points. Doherty. The cutting. And out of bounds it goes. Again, tenacious defense by Virginia. A lot of hands all around the ball, something we didn't see throughout the majority of the game.
But now you have Dunn, and he's playing Doherty, and that's the matchup that you want to see. And again, we talk about Dunn's ability to defend, and he's the guy that I think can shut Doherty down.
Fadeaway by Lucas Sakota is good.
That was a tough shot right there, and that was really good action.
Sakota has 7 in 23 minutes. Drive by Beekman, and Doherty corrals the rebound. Rebounding edge, 31-23 in favor of Northeastern.
Again, you see him going through Doherty.
Yep, and point forward. Groves cuts it off. And problematic for Northeastern, tracked down by Sakota. 16 turnovers for the Huskies.
When you take away the paint, it creates a lot of problems for people offensively, and that's what Virginia's starting to do right now. This is winning time right now. When the game's on the line, look for them to step up and play their principles and take advantage of the things that they do well.
1.9 assist turnover ratio for Northeastern, tied for 5th in the country with UConn. And a bump by Dunn, causing the offensive foul, as it was good defense by Turner, who was hounding Dunn.
Yeah, he got his chest in front of Dunn. Dunn's got to learn to pull up and explode right over the defensive player right there. You see, he's just trying to get a little bit more leverage, and it's tough to do.
Sakota to Doherty with a left-handed lay-in. That's something that they've been capitalizing all night.
When you get the weak side help, the weak side has to come all the way over in the paint and make them have to skip it. At this point in time in the game, Northeastern has proven that they can make that pass into the paint. You've got to make them skip it.
And a foul before our timeout. Northeastern and Virginia locked in a tight one in Charlottesville.
Coach, Jake from State Farm.
Well, Patrick, it's official.
You saved with home and auto insurance. You're the league's most valuable bundler.
MVB? Me?
He's surprised.
Man, I just did not see this coming. This is truly unexpected.
I've got to start locking this place up. Hey, you done?
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's time to shake up the season and get something a little different this year. It's time for a new Toyota from Toyota of Rock Hill. Toyotathon is on, so your opportunities to save on a new Toyota have never been better. Check out our Real Zero deal. 0 down, 0 payments for 3 months, and 0 cost maintenance. All backed by our rock-solid guarantee. Don't wait. Toyotathon ends soon. Shake up your season today at Toyota of Rock Hill. Located minutes from Uptown at exit 79.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're great for any occasion, but especially holidays. When you don't have enough time, when you need something quick, it's like unmatched. You take one bite, it's juicy, it's like a whoo! You're getting a little bit of savory in there, got the seasoning just right. I'm telling you, any holiday, that flavor is always popping.
Celebrate the Christmas season together with Chick-fil-A Catering and a new animated adventure on evergreenhills.com.
When we were fixing up the pool, they said it hadn't been used in 15 years. Maybe they weren't pool people. My kids have seen things. There's something in the water. And it's after all of us.
Night Swim, January 5th, rated PG-13.
DirecTV Sports Central brings your game stats and scores together, and now you can get it without a satellite. One more reason to finally get rid of cable, but getting rid of the cable guy might not be as easy.
Oh, yeah.
Visit directtv.com for up to a 400.
Rebounding has been an issue for number 22 Virginia. When they beat Syracuse 84-62, it was positive. Tonight, they're trailing Northeastern by a point, and it's -7. So the Huskies have been tenacious on the glass, Perry.
They have, and that's something Virginia is going to have to really clean up, especially as they get into league play, because everybody's going to see those numbers, and even guys that don't rebound the ball well are going to go after them physically to be able to do that.
And if you're in that Virginia huddle during our media timeout when the foul was called on Turner of Northeastern, we have done at the line. What's the organizational philosophy of Tony Bennett going through the shenanigans in that huddle?
Well, I think what he's saying is we cannot give up any more shots in the paint. I mean, we've got to contain the ball. We've got to come and help. Every time we've done that, we've either turned them over or frustrated them, but we can't give up any back cuts, nor do we give up any easy shots in the paint.
And hit our free throws. Air ball by Dunn. They're 8 for 15 from the line. That's a huge tell on the game.
It really is, especially for a team that offensively has been known to be able to shoot the ball very well.
Entering the night at the line, just 68%. So it's been dicey for them all season. Doherty goes baseline. The crafty move by the transfer from Marlboro, Mass. Chris Doherty, a 2-point Northeastern edge.
I think they're going to have to go down and double Doherty. He's just been too comfortable and too effective, and the game's getting down right now. They have to go down and double him.
And the shot by Groves was his foot on the line. They're going to review it. An official review as Jake Groves calling for the three as expected, but we'll take another look.
It looks like it's 3 from that angle.
The ruling was 2.
It looked like it might have been a 3 from that angle. But that's what Virginia wants to do with their post guys. They need their post guys to be able to set those screens and then be able to fade and knock down that shot. When that happens, then there's driving lanes for Beekman, Rhodey. It also can free up McKneely as far as coming off of those screens for looks. You know, one of the things they like to do is come down with the pin down. There you see it right there. Ooh. What do you say, partner? That's awful close.
That's real
awful
close. I think you have a better batting average than I do.
Well, you know the officials never listen to me. I mean, when I used to try to help them all the time, and they used to just say, Perry, just sit here, we'll work it out. So they never paid a lot of attention.
Foot was on the line, says the lead official, Roger Ayers.
Yeah. Capably
assisted by Tony Henderson and Adam Floor. So it's a 2, and the game is tied. Bill Cohen in his 18th year for Northeastern. Man, he was a little bit pessimistic, to be brutally honest, entering this one, as well you'd expect, facing the 22nd team in the country, but his Huskies have come to play.
Well, they have, and the biggest thing is their ability to rebound the basketball. Again, they go right inside.
Already guarded by Groves. There's a three by Sakota, and Dunn has it.
Look for Virginia to try to run some action for a pin down or where they can get Beekman one-on-one. They can get him some one-on-one off some flare action.
Beekman the back door, and Dunn has another dunk. Dunn was quiet for the majority of the night, but he gives Virginia a 2-point lead. He has 5 points in 26 minutes.
Now it's really important for Virginia to keep the ball out of the paint. They've got to make Northeastern wind up taking a tough shot.
Pridgeon. Good defense by Dunn, but Pridgeon gets it back, and he lays it in. Joe Pridgeon, his first 2 of the second half. He has 11.
But he's been so aggressive on the glass, and he's really just been too physical for the Virginia defenders.
A double-double for Joe Pridgeon, who's been injury-plagued. Here's a three by Groves, way off the mark. What do you make of that one, Perry?
Well, but that's why it's important for the post guys to be able to hit that shot, because if they knock that shot down, then they can't help on Beekman's drive, and it just opens up a lot of other things for Virginia.
Sakota, guarded by Beekman, now a switch, but Beekman picks him back up. And Troutman on the baseline drive picks up contact. Foul against the Cavs.
Every time Troutman is getting the ball, he's driving it. He's really not looking to shoot it. Again, he's just putting the ball on the floor and driving it, so you got to come and rotate over.
There's another counter punch after the foul on McKneely as Northeastern converts. So a 2-point lead, stunning for the Huskies with under a minute to play. Beekman in the lane and a foul. Troutman was all over.
Yeah, well, at this point, look for Beekman. He may try to use the screen. He also is very good at rejecting it and looking to drive, but he's going to try to get to the basket right now. He's a senior. He's been here before. He's going to try to put Virginia on his shoulders and carry him.
That's it for Troutman. That's his 5th. Cy Troutman, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Outstanding game as Billy Cohen gives him a nice pat on the back. But he fouls out, so they'll play the last 52.7 without him with Beekman at the line. Beekman leads all scorers with 17. He also has 5 assists and 5 rebounds. The Wooden and Naismith Award candidate converts. But as we've mentioned, they're just 9 of 16 from the line,
which is not up to their normal standards. And right now they've got to really look matching up wise. They've got to figure out who's going to play Doherty, because they have to figure out a way to get the ball out of his hands, because I'm sure Northeastern is going to try to play through him on this possession.
And Virginia takes a 30-second timeout with a game tied at 54. Season high 19 points for the first-team All-ACC guard preseason, Reece Beekman. All right, where are you going here with the Huskies and Virginia as we take our game summary look? Northeastern hot shooting. They've made 6 threes, the 2 threes by the Cavaliers, the free throw issues for Virginia, the +8 rebounding department for Northeastern, but more of the same for both teams, or what are we doing here in the last 52 seconds?
Well, if I'm Northeastern, it's not going to be fancy. I got to get the ball to Doherty, and whether or not I get it to him in the low post, whether or not I get it to him in the high post and let him make some moves and look for cutters and take advantage of some things that went for them earlier, but the ball has got to be in Doherty's hands and play off of him. And if I'm Virginia, I'll try to deny him the ball as much as I can, and if he gets it in a sweet spot, I think you have to send somebody down there and double him and make him pass the basketball.
8 fouls for Northeastern, 6 for Virginia. As you saw moments ago, the big number 2, 32 minutes plus the amount of time of the lead for Northeastern. Doherty been outstanding. Guarded by Groves. He takes it. Nice move. Can't convert. Dunn grabs the rebound, and here's Beekman with it. Shot clock off. Virginia has a chance to win it.
This has got to be Beekman. Some sort of ball screen.
Here he comes. Beekman the take and the make with 5.1 remaining. My goodness.
There wasn't a whole lot of thought that went into that one.
No, sir. That would be coaching 101. Give it to your best player.
Give it to your best player. Create space. Let him attack the basket where he can make a decision to either score or pass.
So a timeout by the Huskies with 3.1 remaining. But Reece Beekman, an All-American move.
And that's a tough shot there, right there. And that's what I'm saying. His athleticism, I think, not a lot of people give him enough credit for, because that's a tough shot. And he's gotten his upper body strong enough where he can take the bumps and be able to finish. And he's just so unselfish that I think some things he can do individually he doesn't do to make the team better until it's necessary. Now, defensively right now, it's really important how Virginia is going to play this, because, you know, you can't just go double Doherty, because he will pass it, and you don't want to give up a three in this situation, in late game situations. So I think you've got to contain the basketball. I think you've got to make them work to get the ball into the post area. I think you got to front the post or three-quarter him so that Doherty doesn't get an easy look.
Doherty has 12. The huge story has been Reece Beekman, 6'3" guard from Milwaukee with a career best 21 points. So efficient, 9 for 18 from the field, 3 or 4 at the line, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists in 34 minutes.
You know, Reece does so many things, and I can tell you as a coach that coached a lot of really good players. You know when you miss them the most, John, is when they're gone. They're gone.
Yep.
I mean, you know, we had a guy named Mark Price at Georgia Tech. We had a guy, Dennis Scott. You know, I had some really good players at Tulane, and you really miss them when they're gone.
And Virginia counters with a timeout. So the chess match between Tony Bennett and Bill Cohen with 3.2 on the clock. Northeastern has missed its last 5 three-point attempts. But the Huskies have been feisty. This has been a stunner. I don't think either of us expected this score with 3 seconds left in the game.
Well, I tell you, you know, Northeastern has really played well. I think right now, you take the timeout, your assistants have scouted all late game situations, and so what they want to do is try, if Virginia is see what the setup was, anticipate what the play is going to be and what the options are off the play, and try to disrupt it as best you can.
Northeastern's last win against a ranked opponent, 2015 against number 15 Miami. It's amazing in school history they only won twice. And you think about the storied career of Northeastern basketball. You go back to the late great Reggie Lewis and those NCAA tournament teams under Jim Calhoun before he went to UConn, and then they were coached by Carl Fogel after Calhoun.
I tell you what, this Northeastern program has had some outstanding players and great success, and Coach Cohen has just done an outstanding job, you know, since he's been there.
Chris Doherty, 12 points and 9 rebounds for the Huskies. Here we go, final 3.2. Doherty trying to grab it. My goodness, a tough pass on the cross court.
They tried to run some action where Doherty was able to try to run a fade to the corner, and it just looks like they weren't as successful with it as they want. Virginia did a really good job of recognizing. Now they have to get the ball inbounds.
Beekman to inbound. Finds Rhodey, who is scoreless. The transfer from St. Thomas was the Summit League Freshman of the Year last year. Andrew Rhodey The inbound to Chris Doherty, a high pass by Harold Woods after McKneely flustered him on the sideline.
It was a good action. Instead of Doherty just going to the low post to post up, he faded on it, and it was a bad pass. But, it looks like Virginia, my old coach Morgan Wooten used to say, sometimes you learn an expensive lesson inexpensively. And this was one of those lessons, I think, for this Virginia team. And that guy's happy to walk away with the win.
Yeah, what a scare put in by the Northeastern Huskies. They led the majority